Googly moogly. My name is Sean Carrier. Thank you for tuning in to Bet Edge. Our NCAA March Madness road to the Final Four continues. We're here with a Sweet 16 preview, and we're here to break down the Midwest region. This maybe has been my favorite region so far in the tournament. Just some great teams in this region, and some great teams still alive. Maybe the most depth. South probably has the most depth. They've got four great teams, but the Midwest, definitely no slackers in this bunch. We've got Kansas taking on Purdue, the 1-4, and Oregon taking on Michigan. Just some stellar teams here. So let's dive right into this 1 versus 4 matchup in Kansas versus Purdue. This is probably, if I could only watch one of these Sweet 16 games, this would be the one. There are some great players in this game, and this should be a fantastic basketball game. I projected it out to be 74-73 in favor of Kansas. When we look at the pace for these teams, they're very similar. Kansas just under 70, and Purdue just under 69. So neither team should struggle with the pace in this game. There shouldn't be one team trying to drag it slowly, or one team trying to push the pace too much. Both teams play at fairly the same pace, so they should be fairly comfortable with the pace of the game. And we see Kansas here with quite a significant 4-point edge in offense per 100 possessions, but Purdue definitely the better defensive team there with a 2.3-point edge in defense per 100 possessions. As you can see, we broke this game down, Kansas, as a slight 1-point favorite, and we're getting 5 points here with Purdue. I absolutely love that. If anyone's watched my previous videos for this tournament, you would know that I have Purdue advancing to the Final Four. They kind of meet all of the criteria that most of our past champions have had. They have that pedigree. I believe Kansas, it was their free throw shooting that did them in and crossed them off our list of potential champions. I believe as a team they shoot it under 70%. But hey, man, this is a stellar Kansas team, and absolutely nobody would be surprised if they won this game. These players over here are your projected NBA players. I apologize, the Kansas players are cut off, but we've got Frank Mason Jr. there and Josh Jackson expected to graduate to the NBA next year for Kansas. And for Purdue, we've got the monster in the middle, Caleb Swanigan. He's had a great tournament so far. I believe this Purdue team is number 3 in the country in three-point shooting, and they play two great bigs. I mean, they've got what it takes to get it done. They've got the NBA talent. They've got the inside-outside game. The Pac-12 has been one of the best conferences in this tournament so far. I'm really liking Purdue in this game. I really like their chances. I've liked them from the start. The math kind of has this as a coin flip game. I will definitely be pulling the trigger on a Purdue +5 bet. And if I start feeling a little bit better about this game, I might even put a little sprinkle on the money line. So for our first game, definitely our best bet would be Purdue plus the 5 points in that game. And that game's trending in Purdue's favor. So if you're thinking about pulling that trigger on Purdue, you might want to wait a little bit as the line seems to be going up. People seem to be liking the favorite, Kansas. I believe it opened at 5, and I think it's sitting at 5.5 right now, actually. So you might want to wait a little bit, but definitely take a look at the lines and do some shopping. It could be the difference between a winner and a loser. So getting down to this getting down to the Oregon-Michigan game. I don't know if any team has been more impressive than Michigan. They've been an underdog for the first 2 tournament games. They were a slight favorite against Oklahoma State. I had Oklahoma State winning that game, and that may have been my favorite game of the tournament so far. I mean, both of those teams were going at it, pushing the pace, making big shot after big shot, hitting a 3, answering with a 3. That was a great game. But this Michigan team, when their conference tournament started, I don't think they were favored in too many of those games, and they won them all. They were a slight favorite in the first round, and they won that game, and they were an underdog against Louisville and won that game as well. So maybe the bookmakers are not giving this Michigan team enough respect. You can maybe see it in the line for this game also. This game opened at a pick'em, and the action has bet the line up, having Michigan as a 1-point favorite right now. I'm even seeing Michigan as a 1.5-point favorite in some shops already. So the public seem to be all over this Michigan team. They've got a great backstory with that near plane accident that they had prior to their conference tournament, and they have not lost a game since. So they have found a way to capture that March Madness Cinderella energy. The public seems to be behind them, and I think the bettors are getting on board also. They get great point guard play, and they're starting to get really good play from their bigs also. The big man Wagner has had two big games. He was probably the main reason that that they advanced past Louisville, and they get great point guard play also. I mean, he's definitely in control of that team. You notice when you watch Michigan play. They play together. They play for that point guard, and their bigs are getting it together right now. They've got a great coach also. They've got what it takes. They're a big-name school. So we've broken this game down 70-70. The actions pushed Michigan up to a 1-point favorite. And to be quite honest with you, I kind of like it. This Michigan team we're seeing right now is without a doubt the best version of Michigan we've seen all year long. And you cannot say the same thing for Oregon. They almost went out in their last game. It took quite a finish for them just to survive and advance. I do not believe they've been the same team since Boucher has gone out. They still have two NBA players you see here in Jordan Bell and Dylan Brooks. And my God, have they played well so far in this tournament. I believe combined they've been over 40 points in both of their first two games. And they're needing every single point from those two guys. So if just one of them falters in this game, I would expect them to lose. They're very reliant on both of them having strong games. And this Michigan team, to me, they strike me as more of a complete basketball team. They can kind of get by one of their big players having an off night. They share the ball a little bit more, and they kind of disperse their responsibility. They pick each other up. The ball moves, and it finds the open guy. They have no problems kind of sharing the ball, and I think that will be enough for them to get it done in this close match against a great Oregon team. I mean, let's not sell this Oregon team short. They're a good basketball team. They've only lost 5 games all year long, coming out of that strong Pac-12. They've got an edge here in defense, and Michigan gets the nod on offense. But I don't know if I'll be betting this game. But if I had to, I'd pull the trigger with Michigan. But our best bet for the Midwest region would definitely be the Purdue Boilermakers. Plus the 5 points and a little sprinkle on the money line if you're feeling frisky. I love this Purdue team to get it done. I've got them going to the Final Four, and we're going to at least hope that they can cover the 5 points. The math would tell you so, and they've got all of the things I think you would need to be alive in this game against a strong Kansas team. So that's going to be it for the Midwest region, guys. We hope this helped. We hope this helps any bet you're thinking of pulling the trigger on. If you're not doing so already, be sure to give us a follow over on Twitter at bet_edge. All of our picks, videos, and betting tools get posted there, and it's all absolutely free. We've done one of these videos for all of the regions here in the Sweet 16, so be sure to look out for that. Give us a follow over on Twitter. As always, thank you for tuning in. Good night and good luck.